What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the debut album from the band Crypt Infection, entitled Disentanglement. This is released on Severed Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Ventura, California, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very ripping, technical, brutal style of death metal. Yeah. Back in 2010, this band put out a very fulfilling EP entitled Haruspication. That was a very lengthy EP, but you got your money's worth when you listen to something like that. This is one of those bands that has a more than meets the eye sort of approach to their sound. You get some really gory sort of undertones within their artwork and within their lyrical content. But when you listen to the music, you get some musicians that definitely know exactly what they're doing. You have a vocalist that knows exactly what he's doing, and they deliver a style of death metal that is very much appealing to anybody who wants to know more about brutal death metal or get into the swing of things. And with the Haruspication EP, they definitely impressed a lot of people with it. And this is a band that has a very good work ethic when it comes to playing music and playing live. They are a very good live band. I found that out firsthand last year when I saw them at Building Temples from Deathfest up in Houston. They sounded great. They had a great stage presence, great attitude, very friendly people, and they were just fun to watch. And pretty much it's been somewhat of a large time gap between that EP and this debut full-length album now. It seems as if they fine-tuned their craft just a little bit, and now here we are with a true and proper introduction to Crypt Infection entitled Disentanglement. It's 9 tracks, and it clocks in at around 36 minutes in length. And going back to what I said about this band having a more than meets the eye approach to them, once you pop this album on, you're going to be in for a real pleasant surprise. There is a lot of intelligent and smart musicianship being presented here throughout the 9 tracks that are on this album, and definitely the music speaks for itself more than anything. You hear it upon the first couple of moments of the opening tracks, Third Generation Killer, then the title track, and then a song like Dying World. The technicality that this album brings is just so mesmerizing to listen to. The riff work being done here is done in a way that definitely makes the listener want to bang their head and just get more into the details of how technical they get here. It's not technicality for the sake of being wanky or being over the top. It's definitely a performance that suits what this band does very well, and I think this guitar work here sounds amazing. The riff work, the lead-ins, the soloing, I definitely think that the guitar work that's being done here sounds amazing. It really feels like you're listening to a genuine piece of technical brutal death metal. The bass work is very good too, audible all the way throughout, technical all the way throughout. Just like the guitars being presented on this album, the bass work is very technical all the way through. You can hear it quite well throughout this album's mix, and I definitely think that this is a very good sounding brutal death metal record too. It definitely takes good care of itself when it comes to the overall finish and presentation. I think this bass tone is incredible. Drum-wise, I would say that this is the scene stealer of this entire record. I think this drummer is a maniac. He is so fast and on his toes throughout the entire album. Fast double bass, fast fills, fast drum rolls. I could almost hear a little bit of a gravity blast every now and then. I don't know if that's the proper term to use for some of these drum techniques, but I think his drumming is so phenomenal. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's relentless. He never lets up, and he definitely just knows how to deliver a brutal death metal performance when it comes to the drum work all the way through. And when it comes to the vocals, I like this guy's style. Very guttural, very undecipherable at times, but yet his delivery is very much on point here all the way throughout. I love his delivery. I love his style. He's a very charismatic sort of frontman, and he definitely can bring it when it comes to the delivery of the vocals, the enunciations, the wordplay, the guttural brutality that this kind of music style brings. Really amazing vocal performance done here, and definitely the lyrics are something to behold too. A little bit of a mixture of some pretty much over-the-top lyrics, some very meaningful lyrics too, going back to tracks like Elusive Dreams and Dying World. Very well written, very well executed lyrical content being done here. So yeah, overall, if you are a fan of this band's first EP, you're going to get a real true treat when it comes to Disentanglement. I really love how they've come so far along over the years. I really feel that this is what the true Crypt Infection sound is supposed to be, and hopefully we don't have to wait another long amount of time for another album to come out. I really am impressed with how far this band has come along since that EP. So, if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Third Generation Killer, Disentanglement, Elucid Dreams, Osteophagist. That's a really incredible song. And Slave Wage. So, I'm going to leave you a link in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will link you to the Crypt Infection web store where you can purchase it directly through the band. It is available on CD. Very nice Tony Cole album cover. I believe he did the layout for this as well. And you can also pick it up through Severed Records because that's the label that released it. So, let me show you the album again. This is Disentanglement by Crypt Infection. This is released on Severed Records. Definitely pick this up if you're into brutal technical death metal. And I'm going to give this a very strong 8.5 out of 10. This really exceeded my expectations and a great deal more. And I think Crypt Infection know how to do the whole technical brutal death metal thing very well. So, support Crypt Infection. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, Armijo out.